What's up, Red Sox Nation? Today is April 1st, and this is your Sox Vlogs. Sox Vlog? Sox Vlog, singular, because it's today's. But it's part of the Sox Vlogs kind of family. Anyway, it's brought to you by Guy Boston Sports over at GuyBostonSports.com. We have hats. We have t-shirts. We got it all. Go check us out. Promo code Chekares10 for 10% off. It's CHEKARES 10 for 10% off of your purchase at the Guy Boston Sports store. So today's Sox vlog, we're going to talk about the extension that the Red Sox just gave Xander Bogaerts. This comes now the past 3 weeks or whatever it's been, 2 weeks. They've extended Chris Sale and they've extended Xander Bogaerts. The terms of the deal, it was first reported it was 7 years at 130. It's actually 6 years, and it's worth a total of $132 million. So, yeah, Bogaerts will only be, he's got an opt-out for 2022 when he'll be 30 years old. There's a team vesting option for 2026 worth another $20 million. So there's a bunch of incentives in here. I think last season was Bogaerts' finest season. I think he's only going to get better. I like the deal. $132 million, considering that Bogaerts is a emerging stud. Basically, last year he hit 288. He drove in 102 runs. That's not true at all. 103 runs. Sorry, 23 home runs. Showed some pop, some power. 45 doubles last year. I mean, every time I looked up, Xander Bogaerts was standing on second base. His fielding is touch and go. Some of the fielding metrics they use to test this WZAR 2-9er, all these weirdo like algorithms that they use to test fielding. Eyeball test, he's a pretty average shortstop, but he gives you a lot more with the bat than most guys do at that position. So I personally like the deal. I think it's an amazing deal, considering too that Xander Bogaerts is a Scott Boras client. So I thought for sure Xander, whose contract was up at the end of this year, he was going to be a free agent. I thought for sure he was going to go into free agency because that's what Boras guys do. And he opted to stay with the team, perhaps because he just really wants to play here. And if that's the case, I really want him here. I really do. I think he's a good player. He's got a great attitude. Never had any issues. He's fun to watch, and I'm all for the deal. So what does this mean? Everyone, of course, talking about what this means for one Marcus Lynn Betts, okay? And, like I said, they extended Sale. They extended Bogaerts. They have to start thinking about perhaps JD Martinez. JD Martinez can opt out of his contract after this year. So they have to, the Red Sox had to start making some decisions about where they were going with their roster. Okay, and I think what you're seeing them do, it'd be interesting to see if they extend anyone else. I know Rick Porcello has mentioned that he would like to be extended for much less money. He wants to stay in Boston. How much more? How much less? We'll see. I don't see Porcello being extended at all. Quite honestly, I mean, Dave Dombrowski is the one who traded Porcello to the Red Sox back when he was the GM of the Tigers. I think Porcello has, testicles of steel. I think he has a great attitude. I just don't think he's that great of a pitcher. He's got a 4-something career ERA. When he's on, he's on. When he's off, he's off. So he definitely has some stinker games. But it'd be interesting to see if they extend anyone else. I don't know. There's no one really pressing right now. Andrew Benintendi isn't a free agent until 2024. Same thing with Devers. He might even be later. I think he might be 2025. So, those guys, they don't really have anything to worry about. Steve Pearce and Mitch Moreland will be coming off the books. Then you'll have a Michael Chavis or Sam Travis take over at that position, or maybe you have Devers move over. But, who are they going to extend next? It's going to be JD Martinez. Listen, folks, here's the deal. Mookie Betts is as good as gone. And here's why. It's pretty well known, and Mookie Betts has made it pretty clear that he does not want an extension and wants to hit free agency. In 2017, I believe it was 2017, after the 2017 season, the Red Sox attempted to extend Mookie Betts with a $200 million contract. All right, you're gonna have to forgive me. I read that a couple months ago, and I forgot who the source was. So please forgive me for that. But they wanted to extend Mookie $200 million, 2 seasons ago. And if you think about that, this is before all these mega contracts, the Harper, the Machado. This is before all this was signed. And Mookie turned it down. So he's going to go into free agency. He wants to test the market. He said he owes it to the players that are coming after him. So again, and Glenn Ordway talked about this today on WEEI. You're not going to win the game of like principles. All right. If these are his principles, then that's he's going to stick to his guns. He's going to go to free agency and he's going to get top dollar. The Red Sox can't wait around for that. I wouldn't be surprised if in that final year of the contract, depending on what the team was doing, that if they actually traded Mookie Betts and got a haul of prospects, because that's what's going to happen if Mookie decides he's doesn't want an extension. Which, I mean, nothing has implicated that he's going to take an extension. So just don't see it happening, folks. I hate to break your bubble, burst your bubble, break your bubble. Why would I say that? Anyway, so that's it for today's Sox vlog. Xander gets extended. Sale gets extended. Looking at you, JD Martinez. I think they're going to try to do something with him. And you got to get all these pieces together because you can't sign them all, folks. And if Mookie Betts is going to be a $500 million player or whatever the heck he's going to be, you can use that money elsewhere. I know no one wants to hear that because Mookie Betts is the face of the franchise, cornerstone player. If he stays healthy, he's going to be in the Hall of Fame. Probably. But I mean, that's the case. You can't sign them all. This is a bargain deal, all things considered. The JD Martinez deal was sort of a bargain deal. Let's see if they re-up him. And Chris Sale wasn't that bad either for an ace caliber pitcher. So I think the Red Sox are kind of making some shrewd moves. And one final thought is I also heard that Red Sox management is doing this because of what they felt was a completely botched John Lester situation a couple of years ago when they kind of lowballed him and things turned pretty ugly. They had to trade him to the A's, and of course they lost him in free agency to the Cubs. So they don't want that to repeat with some of their good players. But I mean, if they can extend Bogaerts and some of these other guys now and lock them up, all this fear of are they going to lose these players? What's the roster going to look like? And they have no prospects. Well, they got a good core of the team. I think it's like 6-7 guys locked up now for a long time. So that's it for today's Sox Vlogs. It's April 1st. I hope you guys have a good April Fool's Day, and we will see you next time on Sox Vlogs, brought to you by Guy Boston Sports over at GuyBostonSports.com.